Well, I should apologize to start with. I realize I have betrayed my Unitarian Universalism by not doing a quick read-through for gender violations. So I want everyone to know it's the sons of daughters of Earth, and we're all included in the promise of this story. There is so much to imagine this night, so many threads that we can follow, and in fact, I think that's the invitation every year, is to see where your heart and mind take you, what you bounce up against the story, and what insights you take away to ponder in your heart. Imagine, for instance, Mary, as I always do, at the beginning of tonight's story. She must be lost in thought when the story enters in on her, wondering about her future. She's engaged to Joseph, probably wondering what kind of husband he'll be, what her new life will be like. And then she finds out that she's with child and under extraordinary circumstances finds this out, and her whole life shifts in a moment. We know such moments, maybe not exactly like hers, but similar. Moments when a day starts out normal enough, and all of a sudden we are standing at a precipice with everything falling away that we knew and expected. Maybe it happens in a chance encounter, like two friends I spent time with this week who met in a waiting room, which one of them wasn't even supposed to be in. He was in the wrong place. And then they met again the next day by chance. And in 2 days, they'll celebrate 10 years together. Maybe a chance encounter changes our lives. Our lives can change in so many ways. In a job offer, or being fired from a job. In a diagnosis, or finding out about a cure for something that has ailed us. Change the first day we set foot on a new campus, high school or college. It can happen when we read a book and everything we thought about the world and our place in it changes in a moment, in a frame shift. There are all kinds of things that just pick us up and put our feet on some pilgrimage road. One day it's just ordinary you and me, and the next day we are wending our way to Bethlehem in this wild unfolding of a story we couldn't have even imagined. That's life, and part of the invitation of the night has to be to remind us to make room for the unexpected in life. Chance for the miraculous to unfold, and the universe's invitation to participate in that unfolding. To be fair, Joseph in the story, in parts that we didn't read tonight, isn't quite so immediately willing to make room, not in the beginning. I don't know if you remember the story, but he needs a little convincing to go along, a little angelic arm twisting. To me, Joseph is the perfect skeptic, the realist in the story. He's the one who likes life to play out by the rule book. And I sympathize. I don't play fast and loose with my life. And what's going to unfold for him, it has absolutely no guarantees. It starts rough and it involves a lot of heartbreak. But life, Joseph is about to realize and live into, never offers any guarantees, and the rules don't usually hold for very long, and most of us realize after a time that most of what we love most about our lives in retrospect often came in moments when our expectations were completely upended and unceremoniously so. So maybe the story reminds us, too, that we aren't in control. And you and I might argue about who or what is in control of the universe, but one thing I hope and think we can probably agree on is that it's not all the time us. Not entirely. And the truth of this story is that whether you or I are more Mary or more Joseph by nature in our approach to life and its surprises, it actually doesn't appear to matter very much, at least not according to this sacred story we've just heard. Because in the end, both people come around to participating in this miracle that unfolds. Both play their part in the life-changing, in the world-changing events that they stepped into differently. Life doesn't care how we get there. She just needs us on that road to Bethlehem. And life will keep on with her invitations to get on those roads. Life will upend our days and our plans again and again and put us on precipices of change again and again and at the start of some new pilgrimage again and again. And our job is just to be ready, to try to be ready. The story reminds us to be ready. And there are some obvious invitations in this winter night of what we might need to be ready for in our world. The work of dismantling all forms of oppression, with all the repair and the forgiveness and the changing of systems and the attention to revolutions of norms, all that it will require, with no guarantees. The invitation to build and repair shared international alliances so that bullies and those hungry for power not be allowed to destroy innocent lives, like they are right now in certain parts of this hurting world. The invitation to continue to welcome a child's lives, children's lives, and not just our own, but all children's lives and elders, not just those dear to us in our intimate lives, but all elders to care for one another from cradle to grave, and all that will be required for us to do that together. The invitation to heed the call to share wealth, because you can only wear one pair of pants at a time. To surrender the myth of self-determination that leaves everyone to flounder to survive on their own. To heal the planet and reorder our lives and our economy in order to do so. And to revel in all the beauty and the joy and the deep peace that a life that lives into these ways will both honor and preserve. What are the invitations you hear right now in your life, in the world? The ones asking you to be ready. The ones that put you on the precipice of change, with all the fear and the invitation and the possibility of that. Because the story that we tell tonight, it's not just Mary and Joseph's. So Merry Christmas, everyone, and blessings on all your Bethlehem roads and all the incredible places they lead. Amen.